Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And room to run as he's up past the 35-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell on now to punt it away. Deontay Harris deep for New Orleans. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
At their own 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
2nd and 10.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Sanders has the 1st down and much more. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Touchdown. Miles Sanders on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21. Saints nothing. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. Oh, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
That pick-6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 2nd and 11. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
So now 2 pick-6s that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
For Philadelphia.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they just had that pick-6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Damon Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Play brings up second down.
Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Well, a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
And 10.
Hurts. Catch made by Slayton. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Darius Slayton, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Eagles continue to roll.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something...
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And his guys have got him back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 20-yard line.
Clock at 20 seconds to go in the half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
3-yard line.
Taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Brings up 2nd and...
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another run here with Sanders. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10.
It's over. Let's dominate.
Philadelphia. Miles Sanders, 75 yards. And the Eagles are pouring it on.
For the point after.
Now you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this? Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The pressure gets to him again. Brandon Graham able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
They'll roll him out right. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
42-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Got a man, Slayton. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. This ball complete to Rager. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
So that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 41.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Sanders. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
Miles Sanders.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
A pickup of 2 yards and an Eagle first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown.
Darius Slayton, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this offense continues to pour it on. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
And they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flush to his right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, he gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even...
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Burns fumbles it. And this is picked up by the Saints. The 20. And he's into the end zone. A final return. And a Saint touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
56, Saints 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Another run with Sanders.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're into the end zone, but it's not verified yet. Hold on, there is a flag down. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Here's Hurts to throw. And quickly finding Rager. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing is Hurts. Finds his tight end Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The Eagles on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Catch is made by Arcega Whiteside. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Open man is Arcega Whiteside. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played. They got his man complete. 20, 10, 5, and he takes it down deep into enemy territory. That's a big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards.
Goal at the 4-yard line.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. On 1st down, Sanders. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tonight's final score, Eagles.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things.